Hello, church. Good afternoon or good evening, whatever time it is for you. It's Josh Turner out here in Washington again. And so today is, I think it's number 5. So this is the 5th in the series that I'm doing, which is Basic Manners for Christianity. And just a little background in this, I'm a dog trainer by, day and night and afternoon. And a lot of the things that I have to train dogs to do, they're a lot like what God has to train us to do. At least that's the way it seems to me. So I thought through these, I'd be able to share some of that with you. So last time we talked about rewards and consequences and negative or positive rewards and consequences. This time we're going to talk about a command called place. It's either called place, spot, bed, whatever you want to call it. But this command is used for when the human is doing something, what should the dog do? So a lot of times where we fail as the human when we have a dog is we are going to do something. So whatever that is, we're going to get up and go to the front door. We're going to get up and go to the kitchen. We have something to do with our children, with our spouse, whatever it is. But we're going to do something. And then we don't tell the dog what it's supposed to be doing while we're doing this other thing. So what ends up happening is because the dog likes to be with us and wants to be involved in whatever we're doing, the dog comes with us. But once it's with us, it has no idea how to participate in what we're doing because we haven't taught it that. So the place command is something that we teach the dog to do when we are doing something else. So whenever I'm doing something and I need my dog to not participate with me, I tell him, go to your spot or go to your place, or my command is go lay down. And he knows that doesn't mean just go lay down anywhere you want to. That means go lay down at a specific spot in the house. Usually you would use a bed, a blanket, towel, something like that. Now, the best way to kind of show this as an example, if you have a dog and the doorbell rings, what happens? Everybody goes to the door. There's barking and jumping, crying, running around, because the human is either excited because there's someone at the door and they knew that person was coming. It's a friend, a relative, whatever. And so they're excited, so their energy goes up. Or 2, they didn't know anyone was coming and they're not happy that someone's at their door and they're a little upset about this. That's more like me. I'm like, who is at my door? Well, no matter what you feel, the dog knows something else is different. And we're now doing something. So what the dog thinks is, well, if you're going to the front door, I'm going to the front door. And we'll confront this situation together. Well, what ends up happening is if this is like the pizza guy, well, you got to slip the pizza through the door. And you only have the door this crack so the dog doesn't run out the door because he's trying to get out the door too. Now, this can all be prevented. If you teach the dog, when I go to the front door and tell you spot, you go over here, not to the front door. You can condition a dog for this by, if you have a Ring doorbell camera, that camera makes a noise, ding, ding, or whatever noise you got it set up for. So whatever noise that is, start playing that and then telling your dog to go lay down on a certain spot. The noise now no longer means run to the door and be excited. It now means go to your spot, and I'll reward you for that. So Christians, how does this help us in our Christian walk? Well, sometimes in the world I can see our King moving, whatever that be, whether he's doing something great or it looks like something not so great happened and now he's moving in to kind of help it, or whether he's moving around in my church life, right? So, maybe a church is breaking up. Maybe someone's losing a pastor. Maybe someone has to step down from a role they had in the church, okay? Whatever God's doing, when we as the humans see this happening, it makes us a little uncomfortable, especially because we don't know what the conclusion is. What's going to happen once you're done moving? What's going to happen while you are moving? What's going to happen with me? What am I supposed to be doing? Well, here's something that I think that we can do. Learn your place with God. I know that doesn't sit right with a lot of us, to know your place, right? That automatically means submission. It automatically means your place is not in this other place. But that's okay. because for certain things, we are commanded to not be in that place. So we are commanded to not be in the seat of judgment over another person's life. Now, I can judge a situation, whether or not I should be there, whether or not it's good for me, things like this. But I cannot judge whether or not that person is good to God or whether or not he loves them. When that judgment is coming, I should just be in my spot. I should be in my place. And I shouldn't be worried about how he's dealing with whatever that situation is. Much like when I go to the front door, my dog doesn't have to worry about if he should be at the front door guarding me unless I give him that command. If I tell him stand up and go see, he will stand up and he will go see it. If that thing's not friendly, then he'll address it. But I have to give him that command. Just because I'm going to the door, just because I'm passing judgment, or even if I'm upset, it doesn't mean you stand up out of your place and now you assume the role that I'm in. See, we as Christians, we get into this a lot because we want to make sure that everyone's following the right rules. And we want to make sure that we didn't lead someone astray and we didn't send someone to hell, and that, if we're teachers, we're going to get double judgment and double portion. Well, guess what? My king doesn't act like that. He wasn't sent here to do that. He told us that. He told us he wasn't sent here to punish us. He told us he was not sent here to condemn the world. What he was here to do was give us a new command. See, the Pharisees, they were real good about when God moved. They were going to move too and tell you how he moved and what he was doing and what you had to do and what the new rules were. Jesus was here to break that. So if you find yourself when God's moving around you, whether that be in a church, in your school, in your work, if you find yourself anxious and nervous, not knowing what's going to come next, not knowing what to do, well, stop following him. Stop following him while he moves. Just sit with him. He'll come give you the command when it's time for you to get off your spot. Much like we talked about a release word. Go to your spot until I need you to come with me. Just remember, you're mine. You're my child. I'm putting you on your spot while I move. So church, if you're not sure what to do, Spirit hasn't given you a release word, and you see God moving and you're nervous, and you're anxious and you're fearful, just remember, he's handling the door. Just sit at your spot and watch him. Wait for his next command. He can handle the pizza guy. He can handle the hurricanes. He can handle terrorism. He can handle anything. Sometimes we just need to go to our spot and wait. So if you don't know what that spot is in your life, you should find it. See, the difference between the humans and the dogs and God and us is the human will tell the dog where his spot is and what it is. God will tell you too, but you have to go ask him. Find that place where when you're nervous, when you're anxious, when you're fearful, you can go rest, you can sit, you can relocate with God. Start watching him instead of watching your fear, wondering what you're supposed to be doing. So a lot of times with the dogs, the reason they get themselves in trouble is because they don't know what they're supposed to be doing. So they assume what they're supposed to be doing, or they just act out of instinct. Instead, no. When you haven't been given another command, go to your spot and wait. God will speak to you. And while you're waiting, he already gave you a command. So while you're on your spot and you're worried, you're frustrated, and you're fearful about what's going to happen next, just remember, he gave you a command, a big one, and a new command. Not one of them 10 commandments or the 600 commandments. It wasn't one of those. It was a new commandment for you, knowing you would be anxious, knowing you would be fearful. I'm going to read it to you, so I'm going to look off this way real quick. But remember, this is what you're supposed to be doing when you're not sure what to do, because you don't have the same power that God has. Much like my dogs don't have the same power that I have. Even if I told them, go answer the door for me, they can't. They can't work a doorknob. They don't know how this works. They don't know how a door works. They only know that that thing opens sometimes and closes sometimes. Things go through it, things come through it. That's it. So remember, just because you don't know what he's doing at the door doesn't mean you can do it. It doesn't mean you're supposed to be doing it. Here's what you're supposed to be doing. I am giving you a new commandment, that you love one another, just as I have loved you, that you also love one another. By this, all people will know that you are my disciples, if you have loved one another. That's it, church. You can keep all your other rules. You can keep your rules about baptism, your rules about church attendance, and all those other rules. This is the commandment my king gave me. Much like if all the other dogs in the house are going wild, but I've told my dog, go to your spot. That's what he does. He might not like it all the time. He might not understand it. But what he doesn't get to do is go to his spot and growl at all the other dogs, or go to his spot and pout, or bark at me, or tear up the carpet. No, go over there in love. It's fine. You'll be okay. Same with us, church. Sometimes we just have to sit in our spot, be humble, and know our place. Sometimes our place is just the place of submission. Love those around you, and don't worry about answering the door. Our king will answer the door. He'll let in who he wants to. You're supposed to love them. All right, church, next week or next time, I'm not really sure which one we're going to do. We might do wait. We might do stay. Yep, those are different. Who knows? But either way, I hope these are good for you. All right, I love you all. Go in peace.